Mame fa say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Bernard Bediako yamrache bedweni ma Akwatia osanso lawyer ni ewo Ghana here.
Why wouldn't say High Court decision, you know? It's a be celebrating, being so castigating. It's not binding on other High Court. And that is very, very profound. It's not binding. Until another High Court judge presented with similar issue and a similar fact, make me say, or only view, they say, the OSP can proceed without a warrant. Maybe and share another High Court judge. And some say you have done any. So because a chinchina near another High Court judge, I can. One. This is near. I.
When are you lawyer? If you are in him, there's a new now more brofo, null and void ab initio.
So me baho. When America say High Court judge when they, because High Court be a DSM specific. It's not a policy court.
Okay.
The High Court can't affecting. I'm saying even this ruling and affecting other High Courts. It's only a persuasive authority. So I argue another High Court. I bet you say your brother in this High Court said this. Persuasion.
Okay.
So on case or disagree, nothing binds him. So that one, for me, I disagree with the extent, but I agree with the dictum, his interpretation of the act, the section 4, no, and that is why because the section 4, no, yeah, unambiguous, or say section 4 of the OSP Act,
yeah,
or say SSA OSP, no, edge to me if you Attorney General and son were prosecuted, sana CH. But you see. The law, because Mrano could not have been any different because of Article 88. Send Article 88 now, you're trying provision naturally. So one share Attorney General in terms of prosecution the powers now, it will be inconsistent with the powers given to the Attorney General.
Are we saying Ghana Attorney General so no be any Ghana him?
Say,
sir, 8 years no be any problem you are.
No, so you see, this is it. At this moment, I tell her. Mintimi yewra kisia jabe obeto office no yewra matim ni maybe awunu say all this while no oman koje authorization and free court Attorney General hoda in all the cases they did. Me, I don't have that evidence. And then I say because the matter before the High Court judge was a specific matter of this rice scandal, deal with it. Because you didn't have before you evidence of other cases where what one project authorization. So on what basis do you say other cases say, oh, was it before you? Did you have evidence? Say one project authorization. So as a court of record, no, you don't make such profound, definitive orders when it is not before you. This is why I have a problem.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Yes, but you see, unknown interpretation of Section 4 of the OSP Act, for me, and one, and also, and I have a problem with people who link this to a possible agenda. Say, will be this is a private matter, and I must state emphatically. As some way, a rice scandal, you prosecute to states, prosecute to private people. A lawyer, send you no be the case, lawyer be. I have law, no, I have fact. No. Lawyer be would explore the law because procedure is equally as important as the substance. And the lawyer be able to explore procedure, and so I normally be a procedure, obey you. And the lawyers are private lawyers, they are not state lawyers, and that must be emphasized. And yet, Attorney General, they could raise the issue. No? And your private lawyers not raise the issue, they say the understanding of Section 4 of OSP Act. No? And yet, OSP no and special prosecutor no and comply.
Okay.
It's only authority on the prosecutor. It's not bad under an application. You compel or say show your authority. It is application a high court judge, you know, and so you at the board OSP for say show your authority in accordance with section 4 of your own act. And according to the reports I had, OSP 90 million prove. If the OSP 90 million prove that particular case, you can say it's only authority. But to go ahead with other cases saying before you, you have no idea what happened. Whether they had, to the extent, also convictions via every mabano, you are declaring it null and void. Essentially, you person done an appellate court over your colleague high court. That is not done. That is not done. But the Obian say an agenda by the state and now BBC about County OSP when you've clearly had the president of the republic. But I know the same way I can. And that is why I have a problem with the judge in the Hono, because me personally, me feel say can somewhere who baby no and could be a shooting way on also raising war. Baby and the lawyers will be another court. You don't raise or say, men so me person who say let the OSP show. So when to me on show, then the court can take a decision. But so who can say, oh dear baby, OSP case will be attorney general and Congo take over. Now we now so say convictions be aba. Really? It is service OSP up proceed in fact even to me, but the novel. Because there are times our law no cracker say without prejudice. So even a next or best some be cracker say yeah and affected and ra yes. For a court to say yes see that when it is not before you, I have a problem with that. Now the other issue for me is this. OSP no and Kasankasano, I have had my own problems with this creation. And no wonder we struggled. But I can confidently say, in my candid opinion, say, Emrano as a test, OSP law, no, Parliament, there is no problem with it.
Okay.
For me, there is no problem because Oma Nyaman conflicted with Article 88. They were express, say, SSA OSP, no, Ekwaje authorization fee, Attorney General. It in the SSA OSP, and the Sekwana Kwaje, Osha Police, in the Forestry Commission, GRA, Senate, no more multi prosecutor, executive instrument. In fact, MPA grounds over that authority, authority instrument.
Okay.
Now for prosecuting, and the Attorney General cannot say on farm because I am not necessarily rano.
And a supporter.
On who put the sponsor,
yeah.
On nominate you per the law, he should nominate you. You are supposed to submit reports of your friend is saying your prosecutions when you are done within 30 days. That's what OSP Mranica. As was submitted, man.
Now I submitted there.
Well, I know, but you see, that is the law. So what I'm saying is that Sasadia ni awo mranimu awunimu a. And then now person still we independent. And because of the misconception, because we saw Article 88 to be a problem, say, Obia or yeah, Attorney General, or also a Minister for Justice. That's what the law says. Into your sitting cabinet, into your team prosecute to a bind and crop for. We needed to cure that way, you know. Into curing it, yes, you have independent body. I don't need notion we got wrong. You can't have it.
Let me take a few
because of Article 88.
Okay, we cannot have that independent.
No. Yeah. I just say Article 88 in BB.
And referendum,
because of Akwame, it appears Ghana for that. It is your family at the end of the day. Me grab me say no OSP. Decouple the office of the Attorney General from the just if we even yes, and that's the ideal thing. So that the Attorney General no office is that. Or on the staff that it's one so your friend is saying security of 10 famano. Now appointment, let's have a way any much of the executive and I say be a benya lay a being so besare. Na famano. No ovia. Onya every resources are because when you problem, OSP budget. That's what Attorney General Pradi. But that's a resource, because
we'll come to that. We'll come to Pesamitie Charles. But answer my corner. This one says, if your mother is dead and you claim she's just sleeping, what you eat in the evening will eventually expose the truth. We are not interested in any Ankwanoma business. Some are Brian Wabing, NLD, and no, by Answer Charles Bebano. This one, Thompson Sechi says, greetings from Zurich. I thank the MP for his submission. It is very clear. And then this one says, maybe the OSP has stepped on toes. He's not supposed to, and now they're invoking this article against him. If so, then take the authority from the AG and prosecute. No big deal. Dr. Aaron Edum. On the brighter side of life, it says, happy birthday to Ebo Anderson. Ebo Anderson, wherever you are, birthday blessings to you. It's from your mom, Abna, Ato, and Sheila to you. Charles, I'm into your adventure. I'm saying politicians, they take over your show, didn't you? Yes, sir.
I was in Akwatia. A lawyer for me, no, we are law and one accredited law no parliament and on my bed defending on my critique and on my say a impression according to lawyer Bediako and your impression Bediako stylishly skip section 4.1 of the OSP Act. No, you stylishly skipped it and then you settled on section 2. Before 2 there is 1. And the one
read the law in isolation.
Yeah, the one explicit. One clear, Chairman.
Yeah.
With your permission, let me put on record I'm not a lawyer.
Okay.
So this is a layman understanding of the law. Or see, that is section 4.1 of the OSP Act 959. Says the office shall be independent and not subject to the direction or control of any person or authority in the performance of the functions of the office.
I don't have it, but read.
No. Why you microphone if you are no?
Debbie, read this one. Debbie, oh, you be a female.
Yes, me too.
I will plead with you to tell lawyer to
stay.
To be calm. So,
I don't know me too. That section 4.2 and as subject to clause 4 of Article 88 of the Constitution, the office shall, for the purposes of this act, be authorized by the Attorney General. Lawyer Bediako Kasano, on my CSA, section section there's a section
Article 88
section 13.3 that is vested in the Attorney General to nominate a possible OSP. And in the mag of Fedami, a nominee Kisia Jabi. Do you get it? By that nomination, then President will appoint, then Parliament will vet. And yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, Article 44, 88.4 now. What did he say? It is clear. Or see, all offenses prosecuted in this in the name of the Republic of Ghana shall be at the seat of the Attorney General or any person authorized by him. No. But you cannot say by this, reading this means say or case be authorization. This authorization is inherent by the creation of the office of the special prosecutor by Parliament. Parliament decided, say Article 88 war. I think that Professor Aaron Makukui and another speaker, he was a lawyer, and those side by side, minority, majority lawyers whom. But
interestingly,
the point is that the current Attorney General
were raised, but if you check the
issues were raised, yes, but in general, eventually,
but there's nothing wrong with that.
A majoritarian rule. You have your say. The majority will carry the day. That is it. Until the issues were raised, and then the present Attorney General, Dominic Akrutinga Ayeni, has had his position. So he against this from the time. He has always been against. I have videos of him. I'll call UPS as a Gimpa.
But eventually, Parliament passed it.
And a law. Yeah. Today he has that 2 million. So the undo what Parliament did. And until a case, lawyer Bediako boss who said was Supreme Court, one defending the Attorney General, the OSP. We are buying lawyer. We are buying for. Are buying a critic OSP. And our office and appointee OSP. And they said, private citizen, the OSP court. What is your duty? Your duty is to go and defend government. Yeah, Mr. Lawyer Bediako say, Attorney General Dominica Yeni wa file defense ana. The file defense or aligning with that private individual.
The petition by.
Not the state, but your responsibility to be defend the Ghana by.
Maybe so Bibi nipa no the petition by no or a lawyer ni na on a deputy attorney general of the same chambers. Does it matter?
It matters.
Why?
And I say if you know my dream once I'm okay.
And super OGB say Juma no matter.
And they are penny bit me. One year outside that so be I will pay any person go. So one year abonti soon is so on ya. Obe pay any pan and oni so be new. But I got na de ko bibia you be kudi. E bi anse mo da be trust lawyer no kwa no the same chambers. And ka be bia mo kind of conflict of interest and how they matter.
Minim Bediako has swinted your drinking.
Age way the position. Chairman, NDC rescue mission 2024 Mudiye campaign. My say OSP office na captured and undermined. As a empty omoba ombe reset, they will ombe man independent. They will restore the independence of that office. And that popular cliche say abeye crime agent be as obiti baby no claim to mo bad man 2 million dia yejuma. That was the NDC manifesto. You allow the office to function as independent as it ought to be. Now, who rescuer? Is it how you rescue it? What is OSP's office without independence? OSP are only prosecutorial powers and is our OSP. Can it be called OSP? Office of the Prosecutor are only prosecutorial powers. Just say Attorney General Netimi Victor. A catcher so where the faco, where the men. When you do that, you have technically taken the independence of the commission. Of the OSP. The TNC say a seminar ban. Now, OSP will not say that the case where mom prosecutor and no, I don't know. Let's do that to her. Is that what we want? It's a lack of political will to make sure that the office of OSP office never bite it. Lawyer, who practice, you know what I'm talking about. When it comes to advice from the Attorney General's office, it takes years. No what? Because
we are talking about an executive instrument, case by case. That is what happens with other agencies. Please let the record reflect. The piece of
you do not necessarily need parliament. You know.
No, you don't at all.
So if you want to help the OSP,
no.
If you want to help the challenge, no. You as a lawyer, you know with EI, you don't need parliament.
You don't.
So why can't the executive?
No, but the man is saying I don't even need the EI. I can do it independently. That is the confusion.
But it's important you also accommodate.
There is something missing in the campaign. That's all. Because it was a promise that you will come and give it full independence.
Okay.
And it's a mobile. You see, you should have just done what you are saying. Say executive fiatu, say then fiatu. No money as mo bena di bia to just say fine. Mu di adwuma nu sampa. Ye kan ye ba ye. But nyama this was not the bargain. Bediako. This was not the bargain. Say private individual di OSP Coürt. Now Attorney General Coürt defending the private person against or minor. Who does that? But yes, serious, some can simply do not finish them. Because it's what defending or mining interest.
We were this country when the speaker was taken to parliament. When the governor you see, Debbie, you see, for the sake of I know. But you see, this
it's over. I'd love to see you in court. I'd love to see you in court.
This speaker called court to Ghana. Yeah. And nothing Ghana for your call unanimously. You got to Obama NDC 57% on the promises of move on a rescue mission. And American, this was not the bargain. Manifesto na ye clear some baby ye ni ye but where the moon ye ni ye mo say no mun kanu kwentre mo I told you na petumi or petumi baby with the other 99 powers in the assurance. Untimi nyehwe 1% no. I diama always piniam fama. And yan some fan cow 99 won't find nyehwe.
But as you mean send ye that is OSP no I powerless into yan2.
Let's say I say director of public prosecution. That's how we have reduced it to.
DPP.
DPP, that is no my no. Many we can say. So that near a bomb to Kuno Kaswa. But for them in 3 weeks, the advice by. We buy you must docket no prior. OSP, I told you about your press conference, catch say you need time to work. We have more time to do investigation. Jai when more being on your zayadi. Case me ba wu cry akwesi say. All right, what kumora yeri.
Oh how?
Oh akuma nwari. Ora gu. Yan kanu kwente ye.
But you see benya be $21 billion
E wo infa. Mo ameka say e ya black projection. And you want to be say ya black projection. Eh? On one Rebecca says that, but after we organizing press conference week by week, a share your boss you or the way no more cockot at the chimpo or jelly or more. We when you know you are shame to muma. What's happened to me? Who the other day? Let him come and tell us what you need that power for. 100% prosecutorial powers or the very day. Among for Kumo cases, a police station will be a my advice. 3, 4, 10 years advice in in case you are mediate you or teaching. Over 9 years, docket no a petition upon petition, monthly my advice. Yansan, you won't come home. In any case, OSP in the case be annoyed. Is it every case that obey? The only thing now, more penalty with the beggar again. That's the only thing. Say, so court Dominica recruiting guy in the office.
Okay,
one could you to me or the best prosecutor, sir. Now, Dominic, but that is per what you are saying. Article 88 say or no partner what that monopoly. Some more person because Parliament are passing ra. Then you know to
that
at the time
the constitution.
Oh, by the time we lose the constitution.
Because it doesn't conflict.
At the time
we for the authorization.
Where did he say that?
It's in section 4(2) now.
One cousin go to him.
Go read the 2 again.
One cousin go to him.
What's it?
And what kind one is so bad independent.
No, it is during the prosecution. That's what I will explain to you. So when he files a charge sheet, say for count 1, for count 2, he is independent. But in executing,
he is not independent.
No. In the work he does. Of course, for your investigation, Attorney General friend can't change for our docket. But in prosecuting,
you can't.
The operationalization of the prosecution.
You can't.
What is happening with SNIT? What is happening with
Chairman? But I think my own colleague.
You can't
2 against 1.
Why would you see it that way?
Why would you see it that way?
You
can't. Yeah. Anyway, on this subject,
they can't eat their cake and have it. Dominic, I need to say OSP found a case on your friend, Kenufrata man, on for docket in man.
Yeah.
Into you can't say, requesting for docketer, and you know, on the matter of Kenufrata, OSP, I tell you, by year, Obesuye, it's a Ghana for see, not a pedocket, no, and a kissage of his own farmer. How does that support who claim say a job docket case by case? A rhetorical question.
That's it.
And the Mabisa. Clear. So, and this is the Masha Ghana for in their 2024 manifesto regarding OSP. No, and yet no my. And for me, unfortunate. Some will be down back for now. I say a work campaign in a moody office in Namano. So you open one fine
working paper.
And your working paper, Chairman Kabi, my would one hour and then go Yosemite. That's I say. Yosemite, because one MPs may be your margins or more files that office for among scrap and what. The president intervene.
I'm filing.
There be almost starting in common parliament. The farmer upon a majority leader.
Almost starting common president T and same one stop home. Anyway, on my as on Monte. So be perceive ye bubu OSP
na judge no a book ni antro ruling man.
Oh na si Ghana ha. Ada na me ruling just yenimene ekoso Ghana ha.
Sir.
Right.
Yenimene ekoso judge lawyers they be complaining about the conduct of judges. Mama ya tiaze say e be nya fair. E be wona wo nya bia wo you colleagues in parliament on daily basis. Mama ya tiaze say judge for the be political party interfere pe no won she.
You be true.
Right, Mami Komeni, let me tell you something. Charles McCarthy of the Hawk newspaper near Tin Kano. Before that, yet was me Fenchia Emma Dr. Ben Entry, our whole government hospital and our whole teaching hospital, French Trafalgar. Dr. Ben Entry, our whole teaching hospital, and our nurse back home, John Ennin. Inti Papa nurse John Ennin, and our Dr. Ben Entry, Trafalgar Whole Teaching Hospital. Be chairman in Anope. Sami Pachabrem.
Chairman Medasi. Me person me fee sa incommodate by stating said what is happening to the office of the special prosecutor.
Yeah.
My enfano say administrative disagreement. Between my enfano say administrative disagreement between two state agencies. A serious matter and a national emergency. National emergency because our fight against corruption can also be endangered. Chairman, now series of events. I'm tempted to support the argument by the respected journalist McCarthy on this matter. Now, series of events now what people believe, and I'm tempted to believe, say a coordinated attack.
Coordinated power.
Yeah, on this, on this anti-corruption agency, and I'll give you December 3rd, 2025. Bediako, you can write. OSP detainee lawyer ni mapa dodonaya na ni views sides with government. A lawyer Martin Pebu. December 3rd, 2025. December 4th, 2025. Majority leader and leader of government business, NDC MP, the Honorable Mahama Yaga, calls for the abolition of the office of the special prosecutor on the floor of parliament.
Okay.
This was December 4th.
The day after the arrest of...
The day after the arrest. Over parliament, the top two NDC officials about the majority side, the majority leader and the chief whip.
Okay.
The top two. The same December 4th, majority chief whip, the Honorable Roxanne Dafiamepo, joins the call in parliament. Say, Onosujidi passes our office na Krano. This was the day after Martin Pebu.
The Chimati had the chairman coming out.
That's right. Bosomi December na.
So that day, no, I was there. There be on that day, so can be. Madam
for behind fear. Into fear
on the poison what to go. We are no be no shed account tower. Akwatia MP Subano, nya Akwatia for but no Subano. Chairman, the same December 2025. A bill to repeal the office of the special prosecutor was also introduced in parliament and tabled by the majority leader and seconded by the chief whip.
Normally, can't have too much ebejum.
At the abetu yenim say yenyremu na parliament in town machi ni passing ni twa sa office name. The same December.
Okay.
The same December 2025. Ayen no watete. Also yeah, linked to officials of the Attorney General because a lawyer now practicing in one of the firms of the. That's what I'm saying. The same December, files a Supreme Court challenge to the OSP Act. April 8, 2026. Take note of the sequence. Attorney General's office files a statement of case. Sided with the plaintiff now. See, special prosecutor as an office in Fio. April 15, 2026. The High Court strips the OSP office independent prosecutorial authority. Chairman, let me set the straight. It's fundamental. a man parliament the Act 959 created the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Parliament was minded by Article 88 of the Constitution. It did the prosecutorial powers. Na Attorney General and that is why the Attorney General's office and the minister nominated the special prosecutor.
Okay.
By extension, when himself what they are creating is to assist you and also to make sure say cases ni be a politically tainted. How did he say? Sabi ye na ye nuanom. Chairman, say what year a year Attorney General. Na bafo anase Kwadwo Asante enwa semba. You be conflicted because only woman the corner crana, yeah. But an independent officer through parliament here creating our powers nibi and the upon the amount. Our woman politicians yan to aba any yomno. They can also step in no more prosecute the case. Chairman.
Yeah.
Let nobody confuse himself. Say NPP didn't have problems with the office of the special prosecutor.
I know him.
Not the individual.
Okay.
We had problems at a point with the conduct of some of their cases. We had problems with how Anna Edu baby no you did some investigations to do on more. Now you targeted at NPP officials. But for 7-8 years, NPP funded that office. The government, not NPP as a party.
Yeah.
The NPP government. We continue to fund the office of the special prosecutor. To the extent that even in an election year, some of the cases they were investigating now it will effect on our electoral fortune. But Chairman, open year obre. We never at no point in time decided say we'll strangle them off funds. The medicine was bitter. But we felt say Senebeya Kebina Minkebia Memono ebet me take it a step further. People had their own personal issues with the special prosecutor Kisia Jabe. But what is before us, any emotions, so it is not about personal issues. If I have personal issues, Martin Ebike Amidu wouldn't have written in defense of keeping that office. I hope you know that.
Yeah,
he has been consistent critic of Kisi. But it is not about the individual holding the office. It is about the office and its setup. I shouldn't be one of the people defending the special prosecutor, but it's not emotional. Chairman, myself, maybe people do not know, I subjected myself to interrogation by the special prosecutor. Last year, for 2 hours grueling on my tenure when I was at the National Lottery Authority. So that doesn't mean that because I've been interrogated by this, because I needed to also give account of my stewardship. So here, I may have difficulties with some of the questions they asked me. I may have difficulties with some of the questions I felt would be a personal. But any emotions here, they can't say. It is about protecting the integrity of that office.
I said there's 70 tribunal. Chairman, I'm a team crash.
Wadaroma. Diana Bediako, dear family. Na SM Kebe, Wadaroma. And yes, sir, me feeling tea. And it be a mere mono special prosecutor inviting me for questioning. I'm a questioning a total man for several hours. And it's not just someone about me personalizing. No. We need to defend the anti-corruption body. And listen, if you are talking about the conduct of officials, the state can say, we can talk about that. But what I see the NDC doing, Mama, the series of events, then a well-coordinated attack. But you know, we have danger ahead. This office has existed for over 7 years.
Okay.
Oma prosecuting cases. Oma finding people in that regard.
Yeah.
If people have been made to pay funds back to the state. Now, if a trial judge, said, cases are null and void, you are going to trigger a series of people filing for compensation. You are financially going to cripple the state. Because one, my case is that no one to me cross and cow prosecuting me.
Yeah.
And the Sikana Mamitia and message Misika and then also my interest. Plethora of cases.
When I if you have to do the authorization, I didn't think agent any man authorization.
By the mere creation of even the act, my interpretation, and I may be wrong.
Yeah.
By the creation of that office of special prosecutor,
one man authorization.
You don't need parliament. the office, Attorney General's office name, together with government. Abandoned me, you shoot in the ear. I said, at the OSP, say, your mouth prosecutorial powers now. You don't need to even come to me if there's that administrative disagreement. I think that this is an onslaught and an assault on this anti-corruption body. But, Chairman, this government, they are playing by a playbook. I'm tempted to see a Russian playbook. First, they came for the Jews. Second, they came for the socialists. Also, the only socialist. Then they came for the liberals, no conservative. First, opposition say ye the lawyer for a judge. They said it on Simpius. For the first time in our history, under the Fourth Republican rule, a sitting Chief Justice, if Shana Kunya Finisam, ye no, ye boba, yen kakra, Bediako OS. But see, at the Transparency International, they are asking the president, say, on clarifying the position, because near Okanon, any the actions by appointees of the president, a boy brakaka. There's no way that issue of the OSP will not be discussed in cabinet. It's a major institution of state. The president should be interested in even the defense of the OSP or otherwise. It cannot be that His Excellency the President is oblivious of what is happening in the court. Why should he take the president when majority leader of government business, together with the majority chief whip, the commandante, and 2IC, will sponsor a bill in parliament, seeing scrapping that office? Then that means the government they are not coordinating, because it is serious. Said the arm of government, which is parliament, the two top officials of the government and of the executive, the leader of government's business. Whatever they are projecting on the floor of parliament, is part of government business. Into my the series and sequence. But my fear is that don't personalize the office of the special prosecutor and you say, ebia kisi na me penasem ana kisi na me nyadwen. Kisi will serve his term and go. Not everybody will be happy with Kisi. Because I'm a minim Kisi Jabea, na me boa. Kwa woni say minim no. But when the OSP invited me, I never went to look for even his number to ask him so much on call for. No, because minim say makwakwa ye adwuma wo baby as Director General. There will be a day for accountability. The very issues OSP are interrogating me. Yoko too has been interrogating people for the last 8 months. Called almost over 200 people to interrogate about my tenure. Called management members of the NLE. Called board members of the NLE. Called people who are not even part of the setup. But why? There'll be a day, maybe when I get my turn to go there like I had my turn, I'm a core special prosecutor. Once you know, once you have vivid recollection, no one can want it. So let's not personalize the office of the special. But I'm challenging my colleague. You have super majority in parliament. Don't think, say, and let to Misha Wonsano, and see you go every institutional encoto to government. Today, also, to if near Chief Justice in Pony, you think lower court judges on Bediako Kudro? Ask yourself. If near sitting Chief Justice, Onuka Yajina Kunya, Kantam Kesi Ninja as me come papa nine. When you say more mention Kantam Kesi as me come papa nine. Chief Justice don't know your head, no. Yeah, you know if you are growing. Then lower court judge. So let's not create panic within the judiciary. As you start receiving strange decisions from the court, it will far-reaching implication. If today, per the ruling of the High Court last week, now chairman is court a null and void case and OSP dem call court. Si come to you na me sue Agäinst for Agäinst to compensate me and refund my money. Ayetiha now since October 2025, senior high schools in receiving funds to take care of the kids at the senior high school. With Charles threatening to shut down schools. Agäinst is interested in scrapping OSP. Misplaced priority. Hey, never about it. So my 5 become.
It's 12 to. It's 12 to.
What the account? Why you say sorry?
22 minutes. 22 minutes.
Now time ni mo ya.
Chairman, I'm sending a bomb anymore.
Chairman, Mr.
I mean, who are buying to airtime? Man, is really binka.
You'll be out with you. I can't be fair.
Say, 3 minutes. No, sorry.
Yes, I position for opposition.
I can't sit here beyond the level.
Mr.
It's about 3 minutes. Meet you. I need that bit and credit na me.
You what out
into to us. Mama 3 minutes. Young
Pacho, Mr. Yedikan. Say, you come a farmer far. Send your idea. You reckon crunch a former parliamentary candidate for MPP.
Yeah.
A file a suit in the Supreme Court. Say, Office of the Special Prosecutor, you know. If it are bena, so be the Assembly Court there exercising ne right as a citizen. You the question about it. You recoup a smart temperature, a former member, a former parliamentary candidate of MPP. So far, some Supreme Court. Assembly
aspirant.
Or be the Macan Senior. Assembly. A young assembly no yanka. Yanga baby a denamo. A court and they decided assembly. And assembly court also was sent to the court by a private lawyer. No. There be the Supreme Court assembly. Me can case a die anymore. Yedi wasn't. Enti enya no kra case e die anymore. Enya a buy lawyer for the decoy. Enya private lawyer assembly no. Assembly.
Juma way.
No, Juma way say right standard no. Ne lawyers na why na dey assembly no. Enti I know it doesn't come in. Over Kwame.
Yeah.
Enya no kra bi o nso say.
Pakasa 4 minutes.
Enya no kra bi o say. Asemi by wetie the former attorney general under President Kufuor. You right to wetie ne wa. O say you near pretend there. Now so far as your article 88 in India, you cannot have an independent body called the special prosecutor. That's a strike. As someone here Kenya no, you be a channel. Over me analysis of the ruling. Over because me for or against special prosecutor. I said there are things the judge did that.
What in your
so because other cases man can have.
Yeah.
Me a member of the NDC.
You are.
But Makase, you good. They said Yanji cases are can you? Me say no, I disagree. Go did that the rejection. And for me, so OSP file a judicial review in the form of certiorari. It will lie because High Court need jurisdiction over the colleague High Court. I've said it here. President Mahama has been so bold to tell you that he has no interest. As someone see here,
Parliament.
Parliament, you know, majority leader that day, na me wo you upon Chroma and so can be. It was about accountability. So we are putting so much money in this office. Result, you know. This was the view. Me wo office, na me wo chamber.
Your leadership
we say yeah, you know. And one kai. As someone kai and say, accountability was both sides. That day we check hands that no be can be. Side be can be. And in their wisdom, normal pursue in semi on pursue. President catch on so any interest on proceeding. And now you run Martin Prebu. Then also President could protect you OSP. This is what is out there. But the president says I don't have any interest. And also bow me and me a private lawyer say yeah the client to be caught and your quarter. Me exercise say me right as a lawyer and explore law. It is obvious exercise, not a judge. You can't say I'm saying and then these lawyers and judges. But nipa ba ko pedia President Mahama appointing or NDC. Unlike Momo dear former parliamentary candidate and your parliamentary yes. I will be a open Pierre Bedi and work a year ho about the year Supreme Court judge. My young co and we here because President Mahama by look at the judges are appointed. Then yeah, nipa or matana and yet judiciary who appoint some appointed by Nana Danko Kufuor.
I say Judge be any Ghana no NDC person. No,
Menkasa, I will say President Mahama bought by ye. You say the lawyers are better than the judges. Which you tell me one from 2025. One President Mahama appointed. Oh yeah, NDC. Don't tell me one. You see, Ohana ye konokra then ye kojine. Asamaba private lawyer Bediako court. Judge na rule in a way. Some of us disagree with Bediako. Deal with the matter as a lawyer. Yansha near put down the politics say ya. After no na some no say.
Okay.
Judge no so can answer maybe. Na e trend down there ko. Man 1 minute wadalma. Offer wadalma. We dey me ba ha che. What say we no. Madwini anti we go the chairman to Mr. Woni me ekoso me maka me say it's a shame kwanya o ma fa so a o mo je judiciary e wa ha na strategy na mfa sana eye obi akoya ne niama na se court no a remand na yanya empanfo e hold press conference say kan sem editia eyi no every kwa sa case no maka no several said the judge did nothing wrong obi a ko court na ko pay bail am client the onus is on you to prove to the court said the accused person will come to stand trial. It is a one case one argue ye. That's a court no anyone yarding. That's a need to remand and not just NDC judge. In that case,
Bernard, okay, so you have
oh
6 minutes you've done clearly. Say, four. One man for two. One for two. Charles. Any comment? Charles,
because any power is diabolical. So no money for fair and only answer one case guy.
Charles, with you,
Chairman, on the issue of curtailing abuses of another free speech, you know.
Yeah.
And freedom of not maintain you. I said right to be on the limit. Until say your fundamental human rights say bekasa. So we can say so we measure near wokano.
Yeah.
Wokana at broswa a same brand petit. Until and a big press conference can be expected specifically. Or bekania sa for na ye. Or unfortunately no one to me anka. As a party penny dear. Akraya bonia utiano. Na uja chopaba. But who defend there, what it means is that who encourage you is uncle you. Oh, and yet politics here, yen kanka cray. Empire respecting ye. Kawasem. Attempt the ye caricature man for ne and Kahubi. I say, oh, yeah, not what dream whom you know, because I'm running new bit. The party in penny for I say, most mooded ya futu. Yes, more cordial more. Moko patcho your more afi sansing with ma. You want them. Say yes, son, yeah, no. I say, bet not try what doing.
There's not too much money for now to a craft.
Sadly, I say, would the blame no 12 bands as if I ban you be, and I know the BCU. I say, and I know the BC, and the wound yes saint, who innocent of this day, see none no can then found. I say, a BC nano, a chair a month for Central for because I know Figana and in Azuf. Nina arrest in Nibian. Into no monto more youth to no for. I say, a muja show no mudia bad list. They should be guided. Omonia role models. Or Casapao. But who say, Wakoka bibi, Basabasabi. But I was starting about Kubi no yeah, and if you want shit. What is it?
No, for some and about food.
Oh, yeah, and there's a clean sheet. Who never be young. I say, Sane, Yan no name fe. Tifa be no mentor, no senior nipano. Cornwall could be sending our political communication. Nya Samuel. I say, but say we now a travesty of justice and found Gozibia. In Pennyford, watching a building the team on farm account. Who Musuko can't quite say some of my yacho. I say, and John found the Batano. Medeka cram on.
May I say,
Chairman, may teachers may use 6 minutes so judiciously.
Now, why don't I just only 6 minutes?
Chairman said at least one majority 6.
And by China debit and credits are made into the casa.
Chairman, first of all, 57. Here clock na boss 57. Chairman, one was mini Akwatia Mashebegani said president doesn't have any interest in this OSP matter. Chairman, a heartbreaking. Because this is an institution of state. A fight corruption. President is shy Independence Square. Also be protected and defended the laws and the constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
Yeah.
If there's an attack on a constitutional body, an anti-corruption body, the president must have an interest.
Like LGBTQ.
And Pacho, Obin Kanche B3 say, Agron Yeri,
Chairman,
now baby,
Chairman number 2. Chairman number 2. Meme Gidi say, your personalized issue now won't get the best out of it. Number 3, Papa, and Naya Yekase, Mrs. Senior High Schools, leadership head teachers are warning of an imminent shutdown. Men first shutdown, no say shutdown near to school no more. Behind every shutdown, a Kolebi future, a stake. If since October 2025, feeding supporters said the Senior, but President Mahama ye campaign Bejina Amasaman. A catchroom said, "We are near the mom of Frano Crow school feeding, was senior high school and swimming to no bar, Nicotino, or the cannabis head teachers in some directly.
Headmasters, yeah.
Head teachers, headmasters, headmasters. No mako, Nicotino, Amasaman Jom, no mako to Nenchie, mako to Giant, or mako to Ponching, no more dear ye Diane, come and the mom of Frano, tis a cannabis head teachers in some directly.
17 seconds.
Last year, Abano in conformity with these settings, an Instagram kind of arrangement of government, Edisika share teacher head teachers for Nisa. Since then, I've heard them for Abano to support it. Chairman, the schools are under serious pressure and stress. Now I keep saying, say, if the road they come, everybody will get in on some. Last but not the least, let me send a Charles McCarthy here. Kwame, Barack Obama can say, the only way to discourage hate speech is to promote more speech.
Okay.
Yeti kromuha. Omaimuha. NDC way position, omo assigns an agent, your free BB podcast, and it's our online idea. Yet me fa ekufuado. And then Nebusia, ye home we are your fast and tehini. If we are chairman general to work, which you want here come, you found one chow. Ye fat a software, ye fat a handful. Ye wear no, the NDC rewarded them. Rewarded by making sure some crowd not caught in one was as a cheddar be transit. Okay, equality. Open making sure say, near the year when I know them. Let's have dialogue. You are bringing in opinion leaders. You are bringing in journalists. You are bringing it, but then yes, oh dear, na what benefited your baby, and then you find that same part to be used to as repugnant and a reprehensible. For somebody to do a cartoon. There was an interesting case. Dami told me about it last Saturday. Dami. Or say there was Daily Guide. Now there's no more cartoonist. Akwatia. Now the late Nyankopon Fane Cranes, the late E.T. Mensah. And then Mr. Akwatia mo draw on a cartoon beer. Ojidi sene yo no. Yeah. And I say oh yeah, nipa no se be nechi yo dwan anim na so here drawing na. E.T. did this way the na yo no. And E.T. Mensah sue mo court. The court. Dami. Questions will be sir E.T. What's Mr. E.T. Mensah? Is that your picture in the cartoon? Or see no? Or see no? Or see E.T. Mensah, please. Are you a sheep? Nipa na sem ye dia wi onya say wo court. Nya say Michelle. How many bank asabi? MP Michelle. Wa pacho pa. Pacho. Efebi o ya manabro. Abai. Pacho. I no say pacho. Or say Honorable E.T. Mensah, are you a sheep? Or say no, I'm not a sheep. Or say okay, Honorable E.T. Mensah. So you, it's not your picture. You say it's not your picture. You too, you are not a sheep. So why are we in court? Nipa na ya draw no. O di assuming. Ya sene asomde, ya painting and me so. But why should I also believe that it is the president? And it is who comes if I can. Kwame wo share madros. That's the whole point. Make Kwame nema ye to be fire hono. E to de Kwame ko social media ne so a. Wonya boni o ni a chechira so a. But yen yonom NDC for should not pretend and behave say adie wenya no bi kwan ni bia no mfa so. Me, I'm against hate speech. And yema ni bi won ma ye gu mpanifo ho fi no.
Dedi kama mamena Pendream TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, Pendream TV.